If you are 65 or older and you receive Social Security, the SSA has just made a change that affects every direct deposit on file in America right now. Starting in 2025, the Social Security Administration is no longer allowing beneficiaries to change their bank account information over the phone. That option is gone. And the SSA did not send you a letter about it. They did not call you, they did not email you. Tens of millions of seniors found out the hard way, or they still don't know. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what the new rules are, what your options are, and what happens to your payment if your bank account changes and the SSA doesn't know about it in time. The rules around Social Security direct deposit have changed more in the last 18 months than they had in the previous decade. The SSA does not send you a personal notification every time something shifts. What I do on this channel is track these changes the moment they happen and break them down in plain language. The people who are subscribed find out in time to act. The ones who aren't tend to find out the month their payment doesn't show up, standing at an ATM, checking a balance, seeing zero when there should be $1,400 or $1,800 or $2,200. That is not the moment you want to be learning about a policy change. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and let's get into it. Number 1. What the SSA actually changed and why it happened. For years, if your bank account changed, you switched banks, your account was closed, you opened a joint account, you could call 1-800-77-21213, speak to an SSA representative, and update your direct deposit information right there on the phone. That process is now suspended for phone calls. The SSA announced this change in March 2025 as a fraud prevention measure. There had been a sharp increase in cases where scammers called seniors, impersonated them to SSA agents, and rerouted Social Security payments to fraudulent accounts. Thousands of seniors lost 1, 2, sometimes 3 months of payments before the SSA caught it, so they shut down phone-based bank changes entirely. What most people don't know is that the SSA did not replace this with a simple alternative. They replaced it with 3 options, none of which are as fast as a phone call, and 2 of which require either internet access or a trip in person. The system changed. You were not told. That is not your fault. Number 2, the 3 ways you can now update your bank information and which one to use. Option 1 is your My Social Security online account at ssa.gov. If you have an account set up, you can log in, go to your payment information, and update your direct deposit details online. This is the fastest option. Changes made online can process in as little as 1 to 2 business days. If you do not have a My Social Security account, go to ssa.gov and create one. You will need your Social Security number, a valid email address, and either a phone number or ID verification. It takes about 15 minutes. Option 2 is visiting your local Social Security office in person. You bring 2 things, a photo ID and a voided check or a letter from your new bank confirming your account and routing number. A representative will update your file while you are there. Processing still takes 1 to 3 business days after the visit. Option 3 is mailing in a written request. This is the slowest. The SSA has a specific process for this, and it can take up to 30 days. If your payment date is coming up, do not use this option. Almost nobody knows that if you go in person and ask for same-day processing due to an upcoming payment date, a supervisor can sometimes flag your file for priority handling. That is not advertised anywhere. You have to ask. Number 3, what happens to your payment if your bank information is wrong on file? This is the part most people don't think about until it's too late. If the SSA sends your payment to a closed account or an account you no longer control, the bank will reject the deposit. Federal rules require the bank to return that money to the SSA. That process takes 3 to 5 business days. Once the SSA receives the returned funds, they will reissue your payment, but not automatically back to you. They will hold it until your correct account information is on file. If you haven't updated your direct deposit yet, that money sits in a holding status at the SSA. Picture this. It is the 2nd Wednesday of the month. That is your payment date. You switched banks 2 weeks ago and assumed everything would carry over. You check your new account. Nothing. You call your old bank. They tell you the deposit came in and was rejected because the account is closed. You call the SSA at 1-800-772-1213. The wait time is 45 minutes. You finally get through. The representative tells you your payment has been returned and is being held. They cannot release it to you over the phone anymore. You have to update your bank information first through one of the approved methods. The earliest you can get your money is 5 to 7 business days from now. For someone who pays rent on the 1st, who has a medication refill due, who has been waiting on that $1,650, that is not a small delay. That is a crisis. The SSA does not consider a return payment their error. The clock does not start over. You simply wait. Number 4, the fraud protection steps the SSA now requires and what they mean for you. When you do update your bank information, whether online or in person, the SSA now applies a 30-day waiting period before your new direct deposit becomes active for certain accounts. This is new. This is part of the same fraud prevention rollout. During that 30-day window, if a payment is due, the SSA will mail you a paper check to the address they have on file. What most people don't know is that if your address on file with the SSA is outdated, if you moved and didn't update it, that paper check goes to the wrong address. You won't receive it. And unlike a return direct deposit, a misdirected paper check can take up to 90 days to resolve through the SSA's check replacement process using Form SSA 1724 or a lost check report. 2 things out of date at the same time, your bank account and your address, and you are looking at a situation that could take 3 months to untangle. Check your address on file right now at ssa.gov or by calling 1-800-772-1213. This is a 5-minute check that costs you nothing and can prevent a 90-day problem. Stay for number 5, because this is the one step that takes 10 minutes and can prevent your payment from being interrupted at all, even if your bank situation changes tomorrow. Number 5, the one proactive step almost nobody takes. Go to ssa.gov right now and log into your My Social Security account. If you don't have one, create it today before you need it. Here is why this matters before anything goes wrong. Once you have an active online account, you can update your direct deposit information yourself in real time, any day, any hour. You are not dependent on phone hold times. You are not dependent on office hours. You are not dependent on the mail. The SSA processes online direct deposit changes faster than any other method, and having that account active means you are in control of your own file. Almost nobody does this until there is a problem. The people who set it up now, before a bank closes, before a merger, before any account issue, are the ones whose payments never stop. If you are not comfortable creating the account yourself, bring a trusted family member or go to your local library. Many libraries have staff trained specifically to help seniors with government online accounts. That service is free. 10 minutes. That is what separates a smooth payment from a 3-week delay. Let me give you a fast summary of everything we covered. The SSA has ended phone-based bank account changes as of 2025. You must now update your direct deposit online at ssa.gov, in person at your local SSA office, or by mail. Online is fastest. In person is next. Mail takes up to 30 days. If your payment is sent to a wrong account, it gets returned to the SSA and held until your correct information is on file. That can mean a delay of 5 to 7 business days or more. The SSA now applies a 30-day hold on new bank accounts, during which your payment will be mailed as a paper check to whatever address they have on file. If your address is also outdated, a lost or misdirected check can take up to 90 days to replace. The one step that prevents all of this is creating and activating your My Social Security account at ssa.gov today, before you ever need it. Share this with any parent, neighbor, or friend you know who gets Social Security and recently changed banks or is thinking about changing banks. One conversation right now can prevent months of payment problems. Subscribe. Pass this to someone who needs it. I'll see you in the next one.